Shuggie Bain is a painful read. It's about a mother-son duo living in 1980s Glasgow. 1980s were a dark time in the history of Glasgow. The policies of Margaret Thatcher had ravaged the whole of Scotland. The mining activities were closed, the industries were dismantled, which left a whole generation of people unemployed. Thatcher was so hated in these communities that when she died, people took out rallies to celebrate her death.
This town has seen many dark days, but clearly this is not one of them. As much of the nation mourns, the former coalfields have coined a new phrase, the death party.
In this political background, the novel deals with the alcohol addiction of Agnes Bain, her fraught relationship with her husband, and her son's traumatic childhood. As the author states, the disintegration of the Bain family mirrors the destruction of the whole city. And Shuggie Bain is indeed a very dark novel, which has graphic descriptions of suicide, sexual assault, and violence. However, at the heart of the novel lies a story of broken dreams. I will talk about three aspects of the novel: its language, certain dramatic moments in the novel, and its episodic narrative. Shuggie Bain is written in an English dialect peculiar to Glasgow. This is how it sounds.
Go straight down the road, right? Don't stop till you get to the bus stop, right? See across the road? My car 40s, they'll sort you right out. Catch you after, biggin.
It is the dialect of the working class miners. Many novels and movies use dialects to caricaturize a character.
You don't know anything about her. What about her parents? She may be married. Gone.
Yeah, as the girl very properly says, gone.
Shuggie Bain is different. Every aspect of the novel, its dialogues, its descriptions, and even its metaphors are embedded in the language of Glasgow. Even a momentary description of the street reflects the utter poverty of the Scottish landscape in 1980s. The street lights were on, and a gang of collarless dogs wandered from stank to stank, sniffing the rotten drains. Descriptions like these create an atmosphere of gloom in the novel, reflecting the conflicts of its main characters. The descriptions of assault, violence, and deprivation are so palpably disgusting, and yet they give birth to a language that is wholly original. What fascinates me the most are the similes and the metaphors used in the novel. Douglas Stuart transforms the everyday objects, words, and things from Glasgow society into literary metaphors, and these metaphors add a lot of texture to the novel. So when an old woman bends down to kiss the little Shuggie Bain on his cheeks, it is described in such a way. The boy could feel her warm tongue against his cheek like a piece of fatty, stewed beef. Here's a sentence that captures the moment when Agnes is assaulted by her husband. He slammed the door into the back of her head like she was only a loose corner of carpet. The power of these sentences lies in their ability to shock the reader by an unexpected comparison. However, they also push the boundaries of how language is used in the modern English novel. Douglas Stuart has created a new language for his novel, a language embedded in the dialect of Glasgow. Through this novel, he has achieved the formidable task of making this language literary. Arundhati Roy is perhaps the only author I can think of who had invented a new idiom for her first novel, The God of Small Things. She had gone on to win the Booker Prize. I can only say that I'm glad that Shuggie Bain is on the same list. Shuggie Bain has these carefully crafted dramatic moments that take you on a crescendo like a classical piece of music. In one chapter, a character burns up the curtains in the house and we see the whole room engulfed in fire. In another chapter, a grown-up daughter is whipped by her father. There's a moment when a child enters the house to find spurts of blood leaking from the veins of his mother. Most chapters have this crescendo moment, a dramatic event that usually shakes and shocks the reader, and therefore many of these chapters seem like short stories in themselves, revolving around a central event, moment, or image. In a lesser novel, so many intense moments describing suicide, rape, assault, violence would have seemed gimmicky, whereas in this novel, each dramatic moment is so well crafted and executed that it feels integrated to the tone and atmosphere of the Glasgow created in the novel. However, these moments also contribute to a significant flaw in the novel. The author revels in these brilliant moments rather than pushing the plot towards its inevitable end. Apart from the chapter in which they appear, most of these events do not play any role in the dramatic arc of the novel. The novel is absolutely impeccable as a study in character or in creating the atmosphere of Glasgow, but it lacks that tightly knit plot that moves the story towards an inevitable end. As a debut, Shuggie Bain is a phenomenal novel. It creates an atmosphere, some powerful characters, and even a new language to tell its story. The book was apparently rejected 32 times before it was published, and it is visible that every word, every sentence and scene has been designed with immense craft. For the mastery over its prose and for shaping a new literary language, I will give this book 4 out of 5 stars. If you care to buy the book, I put the link in the description. If you enjoyed the video, you can press the like button. If you want to share your ideas about the book, you can comment on the video. And if you want to see other such videos, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you.